our reporter. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Warriors, in second now, but wanting to claim that top seed. And, of course, the Rockets behind 2 games.
I think for Houston, when you think about it, everyone expected them to be an elite team. Now, obviously, they've had problems thus far, but there's still a lot of time left for them to turn this season around.
And it's early. A lot of teams battle adversity in the first part of the season. It's just a matter of getting through it and not getting discouraged.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. Inside, Smith and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at point guard. And for the Warriors, the combo up front is Draymond and post. Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. And it's Kuminga in at the 3. And for both of these teams, this is their 4th and final game of group play.
Yeah, and both have done what they needed to do in order to remain in contention for the NBA Cup. But only one side can emerge victorious tonight.
And the comfort level that Şengün has around the basket is as high as it gets in this league.
Pass to post. Now here's Green. Inside. And there's Curry on the assist from Green.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
And Van Vliet has got the ball here for the Rockets. And here's Durant. Releases from 15. Basket's good.
And sometimes you just assume ahead of time Durant's mid-range J is going in. Downright lethal.
Outside Podziemski. Kuminga finds Green. Outside Podziemski. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Houston. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
And last year they won this season series, but then they couldn't get past those guys in the playoffs. And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Now here's Curry. Last game out, 36 points for him. To the inside. And Post gets it to go.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
The 3, Smith. Drops in the 3. Smith's got 5 now.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about Kevin Durant and just how challenging a matchup he is. He told me, quote, his length is what makes him so difficult. Throwing that quick release on his jumper, all we can ask our guys to do is get a hand up on any shot they can. We'll see how effective their defense is on Durant tonight. Back to you, Brian.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Yes, this looks like a shoot-around the way they're scoring. 5 straight makes to start the game.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside Podziemski. Outside Kuminga. Beyond the arc. Smith with the rebound. Houston leading by 7. Pass to Van Vliet. Thompson outside. Here's Şengün. Back to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Smith outside. And he can't get that one.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And probably one of the least favored opponents to take on around the league, the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, they're so well coached. They're physical. They're aggressive defensively. They're monsters on that glass. They'll take something out of it.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Outside Podziemski. Pass to post. Now Kuminga. Shoots over Durant. Gets a hand on it. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Curry's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Great instincts from Curry, chasing the shot for a rebound and a second chance look.
Houston working the ball around. Smith passes to Şengün. Puts it up from the high post. Good on the jump shot.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Back to Curry. This one for three. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now. Here's Van Vliet. No points so far. Thompson outside. Şengün with it. Pass to Van Vliet. There's the three. Good. And the assist goes to Şengün.
And Van Vliet knows sometimes you got to hit him with a quick response.
And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. 7-point differential. They defeated Utah in their last game.
What about their offense? It was a well-oiled machine, getting them high-quality looks time and time again.
The coaching staff has been happy with how well they've executed the game plan. They operated as a cohesive unit.
Now here's Smith. An 11-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
He's more than chipped in on the glass as well. Just a tremendous effort last time out.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Outside, Green. Pass to Curry. There's a screen by Kuminga. That won't go either for Curry. The Rockets lead by 9. Down low. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Golden State has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Outside, Green. Pass to Curry. Will it go? He drops it from range. Curry's got 10 points.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Outside Durant. Over Kuminga. Podziemski grabs the board. The Warriors have gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. And here's Post. Turned in an outstanding game against Utah.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Thompson scanning the floor. Smith outside. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Outside Podziemski. Pass to Post. Launches a three. That won't go either for Curry. Houston leading by 8. Van Vliet on the wing. He's covered by Curry. Durant for 3. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist.
3 points.
Van Vliet's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
Now here's Green. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah.
Terrific all-around effort. He did a great job of creating for himself and others.
Van Vliet with it. He's covered by Curry. Pass to Thompson. Şengün, he's open. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. 6 points for him.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
And here are the Warriors now, trailing by 13. Outside Podziemski. Outside Kuminga. Outside Podziemski. Now Curry, guarded by Van Vliet. Shot clock at 5. Nice move. Here's Podziemski. Offline with a 3.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
All right, let's quickly check in with Shams Charania. We're just hearing he has some news, action going on in the Eastern Conference, Shams.
Hey, Brian. The story right now is the Washington Wizards making some early season roster adjustments. Their fans are going to be excited with this deal because Trae Young has a flair for the dramatic. He makes impossible shots, highlight reel passes. His confidence never wavers. And I'm told he really believes he's going to be able to succeed moving forward. And That truly rubs off on his teammates.
All right, Chomps, thank you. Much appreciated. Smith, no good. Warriors trail by 13. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
High post Green. Back to Curry. It's hauled in by Houston.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Chris.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Here for the Warriors. Santos is checked in for Green, and Moody is subbed in for Podziemski. Eason's checked in for Houston. Okogie comes in for Amen Thompson. Warriors trail by 15. Pass to post. Here's Santos. On the wing, Curry. There's a screen by Kuminga. And no good. The dry spell continues.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Left side Eason. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Şengün. He has 6. Houston working the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Durant, pass to Van Vliet.
That miss aside, they're off to a strong start at the offensive end.
Excellent D there from Kuminga.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin. I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. 1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Van Vliet outside. The 3 is up. Nails it from 3. Van Vliet's got 6 points.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Back to Curry. Jacks up a 3. The Rockets pull it in.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Here's Durant. Goes back up. And Şengün with the lay-in. Give him 8 points now.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
Curry finds Kuminga. Now post from the arc. Okogie pulls down the board. 46 seconds left in the first. Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 4 assists in the game.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Pass to post. Now Moody. Can they get it? Sinks it from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Now Şengün. 10 points for him. There's the triple. Knocks down the triple. And the Rockets lead by 20.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Alperen Sengun, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Rockets. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. We'll be right back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Rockets?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
So, on the floor for Houston, Jae'Sean Tate out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Clint Capella, then it's Shepherd, and it's Okogie in at the 2.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Not only a likable guy on the floor, but Gary Payton II makes his presence felt in the community too, Richard.
That's true. GP won the 2022 Bob Lanier Community Assist Award. Dyslexia awareness is an important cause for him, and he's done great work.
And the free throw, no good. Well, remember, this is Game 4 of group play in the Cup, Grant. The winner in each of the 6 groups will advance into the 8-team knockout round.
And they'll be joined by a wild card team in each conference, the second-place team with the best record. And if those records are tied, they'll go to point differential.
Moody passes to Payton. Pulls up. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Back to you, BA.
They are bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. Payton passes to Baldwin. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Houston. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Shepherd. Outside Eason. Here's Okogie. Let's go with a 3. Baldwin with a rebound. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Over to the left wing, Santos. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Houston leading by 20. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul. Houston making some changes. Smith, he's checked in for Eason. Durant comes in for Tate. And it's Amin Thompson in for Okogie. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Smith outside. Here's Shepherd. Still no points. The three-pointer off the mark. Green, the pass to Curry. And that comes off the assist by Green.
He has the fastest shot in the game of basketball. Curry's release is so quick that the D can't afford to lay off him at all.
Pass to Durant. Here's Shepherd. Three-pointer. Podziemski grabs the board. Driving inside. Outside, Green lets the 3 fly. Rockets with a rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute cleanly and look really fresh out there.
The Rockets with another miss. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Golden State. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Pass to Podziemski. Now Green. Fires for three. And there's Curry on the assist by Green. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
They're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Checked in for Houston. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. The Rockets 4th.
Let's see if they'll be able to keep scoring at this rate throughout this season. Over the last 10 games, their ability to score in transition has been special.
You know, Richard, the Warriors have the 3rd most championships after the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, 2 of those came as the Philadelphia Warriors, though, including the first NBA championship back in 47. And then they had the one with Rick Barry in 75. But most people know about their rings from the last decade or so in this dynasty.
And here's Curry for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Rockets lead by 13. Here's Shepherd. No made baskets yet. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Quentin Post.
You gotta stay down on that pump fake if you're on defense. Şengün is good at going right into contact.
That free throw good from Şengün. The NBA wanted to raise the stakes during the regular season. Mission accomplished. The Cup has been a hit with teams and their fans.
Yeah, team rivalries used to add drama to the regular season. Pacers, Knicks, Bulls, Pistons, Lakers, Celtics. But this tournament has added a whole new dynamic to get excited about.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the Rockets have had success adding veteran leadership to their young roster, RJ.
And that's a great lesson in roster building. It's always beneficial to have adults in the room, experienced guys who can set positive examples for younger players.
Curry creates inside.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Houston leading by 13. Pass to Şengün. Soft touch off the glass. Şengün's got 6 points in the quarter.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
Golden State has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Now here's Curry. He's got 21. Santos can't get it to go.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Durant. He goes up again, and the layup is up and in. Şengün's got 21 points in the game.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Podziemski with it. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Utah. Oh, Curry, just nasty from downtown.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Houston has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Pass to Thompson. Houston working the ball around. Durant for 3. Podziemski grabs the board. Podziemski's got 4 rebounds now. Out left to the wing. Back to Curry. Launches it. And the Warriors with another 3.
Woo! He's been red hot from three-point range. How long will he keep it up?
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and Coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
Kuminga's checked in, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Shepherd. Thompson outside. Outside Durant. 6 on the shot clock. He can't hit that time.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for them, they're still out in front.
Durant against Kuminga. To the middle. Post. And the deficit down inside single digits. Post has got 6.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Houston leading by 9. VanVleet scanning the floor. Smith passes to VanVleet. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. And that's now 8 points for Fred VanVleet. And here's Podziemski. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Post. Kuminga down low, guarded by Durant. The 3 from Curry, and the three-pointer goes.
He's been a bright spot in their play today, but he could really use some help.
And here's VanVleet. He'll bring it up to the Rockets. Throws it up high. Rebounded by Green.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Outside Podziemski. Outside Green. 5 to shoot. Up and over Smith. And it's Green missing.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
Well, Richard, Draymond Green credits you for giving him some important advice as a rookie.
I just encouraged him to be himself and told him that he's going to have to live with techs and fines because he is at his best when he is towing that line.
Warriors trail by 10. Now Curry, 30 points in the game. Green, the pass to Curry. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got assist number 5 here tonight. Well, Houston's shooting it well, around 55% for the game. Here's Şengün. He's got 21. Puts up a 3. Kept alive. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And that's his 4th bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
Nice start for him beyond the arc. He's already hit 3 triples, and I'm pretty sure there's more to come.
Here's Curry. He's got 32 points. Outside, Green. Back to Curry. The 3. Durant pulls it in. Durant's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Şengün. Houston working the ball around. Kuminga against Thompson. Here's Şengün. Shot clock at 6. Here's Van Vliet. Another one falls for Houston.
He's on a roll in this quarter. The defense better be careful.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. And now let's see the most efficient scoring teams around the league this season. The Warriors, number 1.
The smart offensive moves this team makes helps them open up the floor and find great looks. That's how they've secured such an impressive shooting percentage.
Here's Curry. He's got 32 points. Outside Podziemski. Back to Curry. From downtown. It's hauled in by Houston. They led the game at one point by 20. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Jazz at Delta Center in Utah. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. Pass to post. Outside Curry. 5 on the clock. Knocks it down from distance. Curry's got 35 in the game.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
1 minute left in the second period. Thompson outside. Outside Durant for 3. They grab their own miss. Yep, count it. Thompson's got his second basket on the night.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Fires the 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, PA. Unbelievable.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Picked by Smith. Back to Van Vliet. Here's the 3. The rebound by Post. Warriors trail by 9. And that comes off the assist by Green. Post has got 4 points this quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's now 23 points for Alperen Şengün.
And man, is he in his zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Head coach Steve Kerr here with us now. Coach, what do you want to see from this team in the second half?
Well, we got to make some stops and get a little traction in this game. I mean, we fell behind right away. And so let's make a push the first 4 or 5 minutes, get back in the game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so is our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out. And let's do something we never, ever, ever do, and that's go off topic.
What topic?
So we don't have a topic, Shaq?
Isn't that a topic? Being off topic?
Well, that was more no topic than off topic, but that's all the time we have for this topic, thankfully. And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Houston Rockets.
They're teaching a course on the interior, Shaq, the philosopher of the big Aristotle.
Yeah, pounded in there repeatedly. Excellence is a habit, not an action. That is a quote from the OG.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Houston leading by 9. Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. The combo up front is Draymond and Post. And it's Kuminga in at the 3 slot. That's the Warriors 5. Here's Şengün. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. The rebound by Post. Post has got 4 rebounds now. Over Van Vliet. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Oh, you got to feel for the defense. I've been on the other side of the Curry flurry, and I still have PTSD.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, guys. Well, Draymond Green is getting serious in the weight room. He said, one thing I learned is you have to lift weights. I was always naturally strong, so I was like, what do I need to lift for? These guys can't move me right now. But your body needs to be able to withstand the pounding of a long season. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Outside Durant. The kick out to Van Vliet. Just 3 to shoot. They get it again. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Green.
Oh, man, what happened at halftime? Since then, they're 0 for 4.
To the paint. Here's Kuminga. Good.
The way that Curry reads the floor, he could get double-digit assists on any night if he wanted to.
And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Houston working the ball around. Durant, no good.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Pass to Podziemski. That 3's off the mark. Houston leading by 5. Smith outside. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Connects from downtown. Van Vliet's got 16 points.
You could see it before the ball even got to him. Van Vliet was locked and loaded, ready for that thing to fly.
To the inside. Here's Kuminga. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Durant.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
And he gets it to go. And it's a 10-point Rocket lead.
How many guys his size can pull up off the dribble and move like that? Durant is the real unicorn.
Back to Curry. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Houston. Smith's got rebound number 8 now. And there's Durant. That one's good. On the assist by Smith. Smith's got 6 assists in the game. Pass to post. Here's Kuminga. Shoots over Durant. Here's Potemski. No good again that time.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Van Vliet outside. No good from outside. Warriors trail by 12. Outside Kuminga. There's a screen. The 3-ball. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
Even though it didn't go down, he'll take that shot every time.
Back to Smith. Şengün in the post. He's against post. And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the block screen.
Yeah, B.A. He throws his weight around. But what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Well, Grant, we know teams are hunting triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little 3 happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
So he can't get either to fall.
Looking at the start of Şengün's career, here's a guy who's really stepped up his game, has become a key player for them.
And so Durant will bring it up for Houston. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Santos is checked in for Draymond Green. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Houston.
These guys have been hitting the offensive boards hard throughout this whole game. Great job converting the extra opportunities.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Şengün's fun to watch on the block. Drop steps, spin moves, up and unders. This man will put on a clinic down low.
To the middle. To stop the drought. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Şengün. Smith outside. The rebound by Post. Post has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Curry. It's rebounded by Houston. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Back to Smith. Post brings a double. Smith finds Şengün. Picked by Smith. Fires from deep. Şengün, no good.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Curry against Van Vliet from outside the arc. And again, no good by Golden State.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Houston with another miss.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
That one goes in. Post has got 10 points in the game.
One of the most unselfish superstars out there, Curry is always looking to make his teammates better.
Houston leading by 13. Picked by Smith. Here's Şengün. Three-pointer off the mark. And for the Warriors, they're shooting only 42%. Outside Curry. Takes a three. Hits the three-pointer. Curry's got 43 points.
Just another day at the office for Mr. Curry.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Smith. Fires from the wing. Warriors with the rebound. Dominguez got 6 rebounds now in the game. Fires the three. Curry, no good. Well, the Rockets shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Now here's Van Vliet. Thompson outside. Oh, from deep. Şengün. The rebound by Post. Warriors trail by 10. Back to Kuminga. Pass to Podziemski. The three. And that's good. Stephen Curry for 3. Curry's got 46.
I just love the ball movement.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Checked in for the Warriors. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Easton's checked in. And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And let's toss it over to the sideline for a report on Draymond Green. Allie, what's the prognosis?
Thanks, guys. I just talked with the Warriors' head athletic trainer. It's his shoulder that's the source of discomfort right now. Diagnosis at this point is that it's just a sprain. This being November, they have some time to work through their options. We'll see which way they go.
All right, Allie, thanks. Appreciate the update.
Yeah, it's always good to get a little bit more clarity on that situation.
Pass to Podziemski. Now here's Payton. Just 5 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Smith passes to Thompson. And here's Şengün. Smith outside. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got 3 assists now in this one.
And this is why Jabari Smith went early in the draft. His ability to find shots and, of course, make them too. And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
Şengün, no good.
Whatever rhythm he had last quarter, it has left his body. He is having a hard time finding buckets.
Screen by post. Payton attacking. Right side, Kuminga. Pulls it from the corner. Thompson pulls it in. Houston leading by 12. Pass to Van Vliet. Fires it. The offensive rebound. Şengün, a screen on Payton. And here's Thompson for 3. Santos pulls it in. And the Warriors shooting a low 28% during this third. Now Payton. Inside. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Well, Houston's shooting a less than average 27% in the third quarter. Pass to Eason. Back to Thompson.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Down low. Eason can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 10. To the inside. Out to Kuminga. The 3 is up. Rebound by Van Vliet.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
4-3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Podziemski's got 5 rebounds tonight. From a mid-major school to a first-round pick, Wisconsin native Brandon Podziemski has had quite the rise, RJ.
Yeah, finishes top 5 in Rookie of the Year voting in 2024. That gives you a little bit of everything on the court. Great rebounder for his size also.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. The coach potentially looking to adjust.
Timeout for Golden State.
Get left fans on the court is your squad. Who wants a t-shirt?
Baldwin's checked in for Post. Moody comes in for Podziemski. And it's Stephen Curry in for Payton. And the Rockets will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Durant comes in for Smith. Okogie's checked in for Amen Thompson. And it's Shepard in for Fred VanVleet.
Well, Jonathan Kuminga is one of the most exciting young players in the league. He's long, explosive, and right now it's about adding to his game.
Outside Eason. Outside Durant. Pulls it in from the elbow. The rebound by Moody. Now the Warriors with it. They're on a 13-5 run. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Curry for three. Durant pulls it in. Durant's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Pass to Eason. Curry against Capella. Houston working the ball around. Durant, no good.
He hit 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't had anything since.
Moody passes to Baldwin. Here's Curry. And again, no good by Golden State. Fires from way outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Houston Rockets closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Quick shot, like it's a good shot if you're hot, but we got to execute against these guys because a quick shot or a turnover turns into a three at the other end, right? So let's just discern the difference between a great shot and a decent one.
Now this is something you hear coaches talk about often. Steve Kerr wanting his guys to take high percentage shots.
A smart perspective. It's important that teams concentrate on taking the best shots possible.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. They've got Shepard. Tari Eason is out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Kevin Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 2.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Out to the wing. Here's Santos. Off the mark there with a 3.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Outside Durant. Pass to Capella. Right wing. And here's Shepard for 3. Warriors with the rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And here's Curry for 3. And the Warriors miss again.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Durant, the pass to Capella. And it's Capella with the jam.
Yeah, at the offensive end, more often than not, you'll find Capella at the rim.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Santos. Here's Baldwin. Outside Curry. Here's the 3. Kevin Durant with a rebound. Durant's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Capella, screen on Curry. Tries to break his ice. Durant's shot is off. Warriors trail by 9. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
The Rockets have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Pass to Shepard. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Let's go with a 3. Baldwin with a rebound.
Even with a big goose egg by his name on the shot chart, the team is somehow managing just fine without him.
There's a screen, and here's Curry for 3. Rockets with a rebound. Okogie's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Eason. Capella with it. Here's Okogie. Left side Durant. They double team Durant. The shot won't fall.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
Curry passes to Moody. Back to Curry. From outside, off the mark.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
Capella, screen on Curry. Pass to Okogie. Houston with another miss. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Golden State. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. To the middle. Moody, good.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
The Rockets lead by 5. Here's Shepherd. Over Curry. Houston with another miss.
He's got to take a back seat right now. When you're ice cold, you can't just keep gunning.
No good on the triple.
They need everyone clicking here. Unfortunately, his game has gone the other direction.
Here's Shepherd. Screen by Capella. Stop the drought. And that's good. Shepherd for 3. Shepherd's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Post is checked in for Baldwin. Kuminga comes in for Rowe. And Podziemski subbed in for Moody. And Houston will go for a different look here. Alperen Şengün's checked in for Clint Capella. Smith comes in for Eason. Thompson, he's checked in for Okogie. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Shepherd. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He said to his players, I believe in you. I know what we have. It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Smith passes to Van Vliet. And Houston, another 3.
And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
Outside Kuminga. Here's Santos. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Santos has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Durant. Beyond the arc. Santos pulls it in. Santos has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Curry. Fires from deep. Buries it from 3. Curry's got 49 in the game.
Hey, he's doing everything he can to keep them afloat.
And here's Van Vliet. From downtown. Warriors with the rebound. Curry looking it over. Screen by Post. That one rolls around and rims out. Houston leading by 5. Thompson passes to Van Vliet. Fires the 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Back to Curry. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Houston. Sengun's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Thompson outside. It's Sengun, high post. Van Vliet against Curry. 3 on the clock. A shot from the high post. A rebound by Post.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Pass to Podziemski. Durant against Kuminga. Shoots over Durant. And that one's long. Houston leading by 8. Nice move. The rebound by Post. Post has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Now here's Curry over Van Vliet. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
I like the aggressive approach. He's going to have to be more efficient.
Pass to Sengun. Back to Van Vliet from the arc. The Warriors pull it in. Santos has got 6 rebounds now in the game. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Curry from deep three-point land. Off target from outside.
Trying to end this thing with some big threes, but the accuracy just isn't there tonight.
Smith outside. Three-pointer. The Warriors pull it in. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
And here's Curry for 3. It's rebounded by Sengun. Sengun's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Van Vliet finds Thompson. Houston working the ball around. Here's Sengun. Unloads from 9. Nope.
They get this rebound, but they haven't been able to keep up on the boards. They're lucky the game is as close as it is.
Curry fires. Oh, off target from downtown. The Rockets lead by 8. Outside Durant. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Podziemski. Oh, it's off target.
Well, the defense was fortunate. That was a good look from mid-range. He just was trash.
Curry. Good! That's another bucket!
And it's hard to believe how many times he's lit up the scoreboard like this over the years.
He's coming very close to tying the mark for 4th most 50-point games in NBA history. And Curry's got the ball here for Golden State. Here's Kuminga. Ooh, Durant with a steal. Van Vliet against Curry. Now Sengun. 19-footer is good.
And Sengun is piling up the points, looking totally confident and in control.
Uh-oh, Kuminga on the take. Here's Santos. Stephen Curry owning the post right there.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Screen by Durant. Oh, no good. Warriors trail by 7.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points and they need them back.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
Here's Van Vliet. 55 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Oh, it's off! How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
Now Smith. And he slams it down.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
And the Warriors call time here. They're down by 9.
Let's keep it going.
Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
It's going to be tough. They've got to get a quick hoop and then immediately foul.
Now Curry from downtown. Durant with the rebound. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. VanVleet. It's money from deep.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Now Thompson. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. And for the NBA Cup tournament, they finished group play with a 3-1 record.
Yeah, they put some extra effort into these NBA Cup games, if you ask me. Now, proving they came to play this year.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Kevin, that was a gritty road win. How do you evaluate your performance?
It's a tough place to play. You know, you hear the crowd. It was loud as soon as we stepped on the floor. So, you know, we're just trying to play our brand of basketball and just keep growing.
The crowd had nothing on you, though. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Alperen Şengün.
Never tell me what we on, I'm on the same. I plan for cuz ain't nice, I hate them. I feel the safest when the club let me bring in. Why you wanna see it smile again?
Now to the good part.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. And we got a special game for you tonight. This one part of the NBA Cup. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And when you look at Portland, they're trending in the wrong direction. The NBA competition can be unforgiving. Not much room for mistakes.
And the starting group for the Spurs. In it forward, we'll get to see Johnson and Barnes. Fox and Castle are their guards. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Portland, they've got Toumani Camara. Avdia out there with Klingon. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Wesley in at the 1. And Portland starts out with the ball. And when you look at these teams on paper, there's a clear talent discrepancy.
Yeah, but Kevin, games aren't won on paper. And if you're the underdogs, most people have already written you off. So you go out and play free with no pressure and use all of that public doubt as motivation.
Now Fox. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Back to Barnes. Wesley against Fox. Clock at 4. Johnson outside. Misses the 3. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to Milwaukee. In the corner, Camara with it. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. And no problem from Avdia as he finishes at the rim.
Well, Avdia has decent size, but it's really about positioning for him on the glass. That's how he wins second chances like this.
Castle with it. Defended by Sharpe. Castle with it. Back to Barnes. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Pass to Wesley. Back to Camara. Three-pointer. Wembanyama with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. On the wing, Fox. Covered by Wesley. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Here's Camara. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Sharpe, the pass to Wesley. Shoots over Fox. And it's Wesley missing. For San Antonio, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Kicks it out to Johnson. Takes the 3. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Portland leading. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
And going out of bounds, last touch by Barnes.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. To the left wing. Here's Camara. 9 points last game out. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Here are the Spurs with the ball. Looking for their first basket of the game. Wembanyama high post. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
The Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. As a team, so crucial to see the NBA's best. The Spurs second.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And here is Wesley. Nothing on the board. Shot clock at 5. Here's Sharp. Barnes grabs the miss. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Spurs. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And 2 teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Fox, no good. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. Well, no surprise, we started chatting about Victor Wembanyama, and I asked what the plan was there, and Coach said with a shrug, stay on him and hope for the best. What can you do? So still no magic answers for how to slow down a unique threat like Wemby on the floor. Back over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. Pass to Wesley. Now, here's Avdia. Defended by Wembanyama. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Portland no good that time either. Barnes dishes to Fox. He takes it in. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. To the paint. Here's Avdia. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Avdia's got his second basket.
Well, you see how poised Avdia is. Just a terrific job getting inside and cashing in.
Johnson kicks to Barnes. Pass to Castle. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Avdia with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Now Sharp fires the 3, sinks the three-pointer.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
numbers for Denny Abdia. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month, averaging about 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Here's Wembanyama. A pass to Fox. Kicks it out to Johnson. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
Well, that's a nice bit of space, and Johnson was locked and loaded for that catch-and-shoot jumper.
Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Now, here's Sean. 9-point game his last outing. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. He gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
And here is Wesley following the three-pointer from De'Aaron Fox. Abdia can't hit.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And Wembanyama gets it to go.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now, here's Sean. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. And so it's San Antonio with it. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
Portland trailing here. And let's catch up now with the terrific Shams Charania, who's got some news out of the Eastern Conference. Shams.
Thank you, Kevin. The story right now is the Washington Wizards making some early season roster adjustments. Their fans are going to be excited with this deal because Trae Young has a flair for the dramatic. He makes impossible shots, highlight reel passes. His confidence never wavers. And I'm told he really believes he's going to be able to succeed moving forward. And that truly rubs off on his teammates.
Thanks again, Shams, as always. Now, Sharp, following the miss by Denny Abdia from deep. On the clock, here's Wesley. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Johnson finds Castle. Wembanyama up top. San Antonio again missing. And for Portland, they're shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Kamare misses.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
At well over 7 feet tall, inside is easy money for Victor.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And a few of the top guys, Coach, in this league have been on hot streaks, fueling early MVP conversations. I guess it's never too early to talk about the MVP, is it?
Yeah, that definitely builds excitement for the fans and sets the narrative for the rest of the season. But you know, Kevin, it's still way too early to tell how it's going to shake out.
Champagne's checked in, and it's Vassell in for Stephon Castle. Murray outside. Pass to Sharp. And here's Henderson. Five to shoot. Back to Sharp. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
It's Wembanyama, top of the key.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Well, Kevin, of course he could use to improve on his strength, but he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that, but as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is, for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better.
And since their scrappy play last season, Coach, the Blazers extending the contract of head coach Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, great decision, as well as a renewed contract with the front office. Times had passed, their seats had grown hot, but nice to see that commitment to what they're building.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Williams, a screen on Harper. Henderson, no one around him. Off target from three-point range. Spurs leading by 5. Harper in the corner. 1:37 left to play here in the first. Wembanyama, right side. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Henderson against Harper. And that one's good by Henderson. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Out to the right wing. Wembanyama, that's for 2. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
13 feet away. Henderson, no good.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
Pass to Champagnie. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Williams. Over Ingram. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. Back right after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
On the court right now for the Spurs, they've got Luke Cornett, Devin Vassell out there with Harper. Then it's Ingram, and it's Champagnie in at the small forward. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allie.
Hey, Kevin. Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
Well, look, if you give Henderson room for liftoff, he's going to jam it all over you.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Now, here's Vassell. Still scoreless. No good on the three. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Out to Henderson. It's good. This game is all even. Henderson's got 7.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
Ingram outside. Outside Harper. Over Henderson. Harper's shot's good. Harper's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, the more he knocks those down, the more confidence this coaching staff's going to have in him.
Pass to Rupert. Here's Yang. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. From 18 feet away, Harper, no good.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Now Henderson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Here's the screen. Murray, no good.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Ingram passes to Vassell. Out to the right wing. Cornet with it. Here's Harper. Another miss by Harper. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Rupert. Hasn't made one yet. To the middle. Here's Henderson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Devin Vassell.
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
No good on that. No question. Scoot Henderson has excelled from a very early age.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think it was tough on Scoot Henderson when he first came in the league. The expectations were so high, and we didn't absolutely dominate early. People got down on him, but this is a really talented guy. If we just give him a little time, he's going to be one of the best guards in this league.
Here's Champagnie. For the three. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Castle against Henderson. And Sharp has it in the corner. Portland no good that time either.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Wembanyama passes to Johnson. Now Wembanyama. He's covered by Murray. Pass to Harper. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Harper's got 6.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Wesley the pass to Murray. Henderson for 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Spurs leading by 6. Outside Harper. Puts it up from 12. That one doesn't go. Portland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Henderson looking it over. Inside. Here's Sharp. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, you see the potential Sharp has on plays like this. Just a ferocious scorer who fights through tough defense.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Klingen's checked in. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Spurs. The free throw drops for Sharp. So, Stan, when it comes to preparing your team for a game, as a coach, what are the main things you're trying to get across?
Well, look, Kevin, I think the main things is you've got to decide what the main things are. And when you've got maybe an hour to prepare a team for a game, they're not going to be able to go through everything you would like them to know. But you got to decide. You got to prioritize. These are the 2 or 3 things we've got to get done tonight, and you've got to have a clear understanding of those.
They throw good, Wembanyama. And as if the Spurs stand weren't already stocked with young talent, they moved up from 8th to the number 2 spot in the May draft lottery.
An embarrassment of riches, Kevin. And if any organization knows how to organically build through the draft, it's the Spurs.
Spurs leading by 4. Pass to Castle. Barnes kicks to Johnson. His 3-pointers off the mark. For Portland, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Wesley against Harper. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. A moment now to check out some numbers for Harrison Barnes.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Avdia's checked in for Murray. And San Antonio also making a switch. Fox, he's checked in for Harper. Just 5 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. Here's Kamara. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Spurs have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Wembanyama passes to Fox. Back to Wembanyama. On the wing, Fox. Klingen covering. Johnson's shot is off.
Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
Now, here's Avdia. He's got 6. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Pass to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama too much inside.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's Sharp. Back to Kamara. A 3-ball. Rebound San Antonio.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Fox. And the layup is good. Fox has got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs.
And doing much better now in that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities, bouncing back nicely here in the second.
And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. They set the screen. And here is Wesley. Pass to Kamara. Beyond the arc. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 4th rebound in this one. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Basket counts.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Wembanyama's got a 55% field goal percentage on the night. He's 6 of 11. Klingen with the bounce pass. Here's Kamara. Portland, no good that time either.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Now Kamara. Harrison Barnes missing on the three. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Back to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama with the flush.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Who wants a free t-shirt tonight? Let him hear from you. It's time for t-shirts.
Now a chance to check out the top NBA block leaders. Victor Wembanyama, number 1.
What an intimidator he is in the paint. I mean, he's shot to the top of that leaderboard, and nobody feels comfortable putting a shot up around him right now.
Here's Wesley. Pass to Sharp. Trying to end the drought. Nailed from three-point land. Sharp's got his third basket of the night right there.
And not just an athlete. Sharp is very crafty with the ball in his hand.
Wembanyama down low. Clinging, covering. And that one's good. Wembanyama.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Pass to Sharp. Takes a three. And the Trailblazers another three.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Down low. Here's Wembanyama.
And at 7'2", Lincoln is a huge shot-blocking threat. Guys have got to be careful when he's around.
Pass to Wesley. Now Sharp. Clock at 6. Fires from the wing. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Wesley.
Things have changed for him this quarter. It's starting to go his way.
Now Castle. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Here's Avdia. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
On the wing, Fox. Wembanyama, a screen on Wesley. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Yeah, on any given night, this is what Wembanyama is capable of. He can put on a one-man show.
There's a minute left now here in the second. Pass to Klingon. Here's Kamara. Covered by Johnson. Kamara misses.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Klingon with the steal. Trying to break. Whoa!
He takes advantage of him in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Barnes. Portland making their last shot. Johnson's shot is off. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Avdia finds Sharp. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Wesley. Launches a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And that concludes the first half. Spurs lead by 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot. One more time, a round of applause for our participants.
Welcome, everybody. Let's jump right in with a look at the players of the week. For the East, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
After a while, some guys get comfortable. Now, Giannis, he continues to work hard, adding layers to his game.
Yeah, with his success, it fueled his will to win, Shaq, rather than diminishing it.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Spurs.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like the aggressiveness. Don't lose steam in the second half.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And so Fox will bring it up for San Antonio. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Toumani Camara is out there with Avdia. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. Then there's Klingon, and it's Wesley in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
He may have had too much time to think about it.
Camara misses.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
And when you watch Camara, Coach, what stands out to you the most?
Well, look, I think what stands out the most is his athletic ability and his energy. Those things he brings every night, and he gets a lot done with those. And then his skills just continue to improve. And as they do, the sky's the limit.
Now, Avdia following De'Aaron Fox's three-point attempt. Pass to Camara. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. Castle's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Wembanyama, that's for 2. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And Wembanyama's ability to pick and pop from anywhere on the floor puts defenders on their heels.
Now Camara. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Sharpe. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
An exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharpe has in this one.
Johnson finds Castle. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Johnson. Fires from deep. Hits the three-point bomb. Johnson's got 6 points.
Yeah, look at Johnson dialing it in from long distance.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Pass to Kamare. To the inside. Here's Sharp. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
That free throw, no good.
And another exciting young player from Canada. Shaedon Sharp is an elite athlete, and his overall skills are really improving.
Good on the second free throw. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. Well, De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put into action because you blow actions up. And then, at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Back over to you.
You love that mentality. Okay, Allie, thanks. So it's Portland now, following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Here's Avdia, and no good. Trying to use the glass.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Fox, no good.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Now, here's Sharp. He's got 15. And he can't bank that one in.
Well, they haven't found their rhythm here in the third, missing 4 of their first 5 attempts.
Barnes finds Wembanyama. Fades back. It's good. Wembanyama's got 25 points.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Well, he's been off the mark, and it's impacting his team's ability to put points on the board. He needs to reset his approach.
You have the camera on you.
Look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. Number 1, the Spurs.
Well, their offensive efficiency was really impressive during the last month. They're looking to carry that momentum into this one.
Avdia, he's got 6. Pass to Kamare. Avdia, a screen on Johnson. And here is Wesley. Shot clock at 6. Uncovered. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Here's Wembanyama. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got his 6th rebound on the night. Sharp sets the pick for Avdia. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Gasol against Wesley. A 3 from Wembanyama. Drills the three-pointer. Wembanyama's got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Kamara with it. Pass to Wesley. Here's Sharp. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. San Antonio leading by 13. Here's Witt. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Now, here's Sharp. 15 points in the game. Barnes against Avdia. Over Wembanyama. Avdia gets the bucket. Avdia's got 8 points.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. Back to Fox. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 6 here in this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Sharp, that's good.
Yeah, Sharp's offense is really coming together now. He's becoming an efficient and productive threat, and we're seeing that tonight.
Spurs leading by 14. Pass to Castle. Barnes kicks to Johnson. No good with the triple. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Kamara. Up top, Klingon. Here's West. Shoots it up. Misses off the left iron. Wembanyama passes to Fox. Here's Castle, covered by Wesley. Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama throws it down.
And when Victor dunks it, it sometimes looks like a toy hoop, doesn't it?
Trailblazers trail by 16. Outside, Avdia. Pass to Sharp. Pulls up, high post. Yep, that one goes. Sharp's got 19 points.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And with so many teams, Stan, filling roster spots with rookie contracts, the importance of drafting well continues to rise.
Well, absolutely it does, Kevin. The quicker you can get those guys up to speed and helping you on their rookie contracts, where they're at least relatively lower priced, helps your salary cap situation, helps you fill out the roster with quality players.
So it's the Spurs now. And here is Fox. He has 5. The 3 from Johnson. Hits it from three-point range. Johnson's got 9 points here in the second half. Trailblazers trail by 17. Pass to Rupert. Murray outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Castle a screen on Murray. Shot by Champagnie, no good. Portland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Wesley the pass to Avdia. Now here's Murray. 6 to shoot. Driving the lane. That one good for 2. Murray's got his first points of the game.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Fox passes to Cornette. And that one is stuffed right through.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now Wesley. Down low. Here's Avdia. It's hauled in by Cornette.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Now here's Fox. He's got 5. On the wing, Johnson launches it. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
There's 1:40 left in the third. Pass to Castle. Johnson outside. Lets it go with the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Rupert. Murray a screen on Castle. And the basket by Rupert.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. San Antonio. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Vassell comes in for Stephon Castle. And it's Harper in for Fox. .104 left to play in the third. Harper against Sharp. Pass to Wembanyama. Shot clock at 5. And here's Harper from the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Henderson outside. Driving to the basket. And then Henderson with the jam.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hops.
32 seconds left in the third quarter. Sharp against Vassell. Inside. Here's Wembanyama. Lays it up off the glass. Wembanyama's got 34 points.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Henderson outside. Williams has a screen for Henderson. Pass to Sharp. Got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's San Antonio. They lead by 18. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for San Antonio. Wembanyama's out there with Luke Cornett. Then there's Harper. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Champagnie in at the 3 slot. Pass to Sharp. Williams a screen on Vassell. No one covering. Sharp's got 22 points.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Vassell outside. Bounce pass Cornett. 20 feet out. Wembanyama, no good. Trailblazers trail by 15. Henderson against Harper. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. To the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. It doesn't go for him. The Trailblazers shooting just 34% from the floor. Sharp finds Henderson. It's up a 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. In the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Pass to Cornett. Over Williams. And the shot falls short this time. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Henderson dishes to Murray. Latrey. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And that one's good. Champagnie.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Sharp with it. At the top of the key, Henderson. Deep 2 from Murray. Portland, no good that time either.
I mean, that's the shot to take. He just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Champagnie. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Outside Harper. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Cornett. Here's Champagnie. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Sharp sets the pick for Henderson. Here's Sharp. They need this. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. San Antonio's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Champagnie passes to Harper. Wembanyama finds Vassell. Back to Wembanyama. And it's good. With time running down to the shot clock. Wembanyama's got 15 points in just the second half. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Yang defended by Wembanyama. Pass to Sharp. Shoots over Vassell. Portland again missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Here's Henderson. And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, Coach, trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Kevin, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great players. And there's nothing more important in the league than that those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone.
Portland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Portland no good that time either.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Vassell. Wembanyama, a screen on Sharp. Vassell, no good. Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough deep.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
The Spurs have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's the floater.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Wide open look here for Murray, and the 3-ball is good. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, Henderson is so talented. They're showing great vision.
Harper the pass to Wembanyama. And we've seen teams make surprising playoff runs only to falter the next year. Team trajectory is not always a straight line, clearly.
No, absolutely, Kevin. I would think in most cases it's not a straight line. Because, look, the other teams are all trying to win, too. That's what makes things different. So you might be slightly off the next year and someone else makes a big jump, and then it looks like your decline is a lot bigger than it is. Every year is a new year.
He's off on the first.
Well, for Sharp, it's about shooting a good percentage. When he does that, he's an impactful player.
The Spurs making a switch here. He hits the second from the line. San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Harper against Wesley. Ball stolen. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Vassell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, strong play by Vassell inside. Getting him a look this close is almost a sure bucket.
Pass to Wesley. Avdia, a screen on Harper. Here's Wesley. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3 ball for these guys.
First one falls for. The Spurs making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. And so he hits both.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Harper the pass to Ingram. To the paint. Outside Harper. Shot clock at 6. Count that one.
Not an area you want to allow Harper to get to. He may be a rookie, but he can finish like a seasoned veteran.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Pass to Klingon. And here's Sharp. And with all the talk about load management, coach, and player participation, what about getting rid of players fouling out?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of getting rid of players fouling out. I do like the idea, and I think Scott Skiles was the one who brought it up, Kevin, of taking like the offensive fouls and just having that be a turnover, like the illegal screen or a charge, and not charge that as a personal foul, where honestly you end up being punished double.
That one is off.
And something scouts found very appealing about Dylan Harper. His skills are ahead of the rookie curve. He's got a deep bag already, a lot of moves that other guys would need to get schooled on.
And he sinks the second. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
Now, here's Sharp, and he makes that one. Sharp's got 6 here in this quarter.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
Spurs have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Here's Wesley. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Now, Cornette. Harper's shot's good. 11 points for Dylan Harper.
Look, that's an opportunity you don't pass up.
And the Trailblazers shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. There's the pick. Here's Sharp. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Harper kicks to Ingram. To the inside. Here's Champagnie. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And here is Wesley. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And this is their first win of the group stage after losing their first 2 games.
And as it stands, it's going to be difficult for them to make it into the next round of the NBA Cup, but at least this still counts for a regular season win.
And that about wraps it up. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.
If you're looking for me, I'll be on the block with my possibly